So we're getting there. It's a Wednesday afternoon, it's raining, it's horrible outside. So we'll do some more work on the bike. We'll crack on, we'll see if we can clean up the crank, what's going on this. It's got a bit loads of crap on the inside, which if you're gonna do a retro custom build restoration, you know, keeping it as original as we have been doing on the last couple of bikes, you know, you want it to be mint. So we'll crack to it, we'll whip off all the chain rings, we'll see if we can clean up all that crap from behind the crank. I won't bore you with talking, we'll just speed run that part of it and go from there. And then once that's done, we get the cranks on, and then that's just another job done on the bike. And then we're not far off from done really. So yeah, let's crack on. If you've got nothing to do for the day, if it's raining where you are, stick to the end. Once we've done the crank, we'll bang on something else as well. We'll do something else, we'll see how we go. As always, yeah, enjoy if you enjoy, and if you don't, then you don't have to. I can't force you. Well, let's crack to it. Well, now that is so much better. Got rid of all that crap around there. It's a lot cleaner. That will just look a lot better once it's on the bike. You won't be like looking down in between the chain rings and seeing just loads of crap. I know that for some people you might think it's a bit overkill, but I think if you are doing kind of any restoration work or anything like that, then just going that little extra mile does make all the difference. We'll just use a bit of silicone shine to polish all this crank up, make it look nice and clean, make it look nice and shiny. So there we are, polish all that up. There you go, just a bit more silicone shine. And then there we are. It's a lot better looking. I could spend so long getting out all those tiny little bits, but you won't. For the majority of it, I just wanted it to, because it had a big all black around there and so on. So we can start putting this back together, and then we can get back on the bike. So we will first of all obviously get the chain rings back on. I'll give that a bit of a wipe off as well. As you can see, the chain rings are all relatively clean anyway, so that's pretty good. So you obviously want this is going on the inside, because obviously you've got the tabs, so that will generally sit in there. Got your pickup, so it depends where you want it really, because unlike the big one has got that little tab there, so that little tab will sit behind that itself there, so that will sit just like that. So what we want to do is get a bit of grease on this. Now what I'm going to do is lightly just put a little bit of grease on those tabs. Generally speaking, a lot of people don't, but this will just stop a little bit of creaking from the chain rings. Chain rings only go up to like around 10 Newton meters anyway for steel, but it just gives you that extra comfort as well, so knowing that it's not going to creak. So if you're building it, you might as well do it right all the way through. And then I'll do that last one there. There we go. So wipe my hand, and we can pretty much line that up and then line that up. And what I'll do is I'll line up where it says strong like there and strong like there, and then you've got the teeth, so I'll just line it up like that, and then I'll speed run putting all of the crank bolts back in. Right, so end of the video, just did the crank, so we're just going to quickly add this one on, just a quick thing. Just got to whip off the cassette and make sure I've just got some copper slips. We'll get the chain whip on there and then push that off, and then bring it up to the table. And what we'll do is we'll just whip off that lockery. Need to make sure. There we go, looks bone dry. Bone dry. Oh. So we'll make sure get some copper slip grease all around that, just so basically the cassette don't seize on and rust and it just protects that through body just a little bit as well. And then put the cassette back on, find the small spline, and on the cassette you'll have a small spline. So you load that up, line it up, there we go, and find the small spline on there, and then there is it, it's there somewhere, there we go, and then we'll lock that back up. Alright, so there we go, don't have to go crazy, it's only 40 Newton meters, and then we'll wipe off that copper grease off that. So as you just saw, the tyres have been done, so, well, as you can see the tyres have been done. It seems that we are, oh no, it's there. So make sure you get your springs in the right position. So now we can get the wheels on the bike. I think that's it for this video. Done the crank, done the wheels, done the cassette. So these can go on, then it's just bit of Invisiframe on the way. Join me for the next one.